Hi, I'm Rob from Chatforce. Chatforce gives you your own virtual video game studio made up of AI agents. The AI agents work together to build your dream video game idea. Let's see what it looks like to use Chatforce. So when you get started, you are shown this welcome screen, and you can select one of 3 starting points to work on your game. You can either talk to the mechanics builder AI agent, which will help you come up with game mechanics and a fun game loop. You can also talk to the graphics agent first, where you can draw out what your assets for your game should look like, and it can turn those into video game sprites. You can also talk to the sound engineer, which will come up with music and sound effects in case you want to use audio as the starting point of your game. Let's talk to the mechanics builder first. So on the left, we have a preview of our game, which will appear as the game is being built. And on the right side, we have our chat with our AI agents. Right now, we are talking to the mechanics builder, and they're asking us what kind of video game idea we want to build. So I can type in my own custom idea here, or if I'm not feeling particularly creative today, I can also choose one of the ideas the mechanics builder had in mind. So I could make a game where I manage a pirate ship, a game where I play as a cat. I'll go with this burger restaurant simulation idea that it has here. Feeling particularly hungry today, so this seems like a good game to make. So now I'm being asked more questions about this idea. The mechanics builder is asking me what genres would fit my game well. Let's see what it's proposing here. RPG, maybe not. Simulation makes sense since I'm simulating a burger restaurant. Platformer, no. Time management would actually make sense. Let's make it so that in our game, as you're building the burger, you have a limited amount of time to build it. And if you don't build it in enough time, then the customers don't get satisfied and they leave. And let's choose cooking as well. That makes sense. Now I'm being asked to select up to 3 themes for the game. I could choose a strange theme like romance. Maybe as you're working at the restaurant, you fall in love with your employees. But let's go with something a little more normal for now. I'll choose food. I will choose business as well, since we want to run a business in our game where we satisfy our clients and make money. And I'll choose one more here. Oh, restaurant, of course, that makes sense. And now I'm being asked to select a fun game loop. The mechanics builder came up with some ideas for game loops that don't take too long but are fun. That way they can be rewarding for the player and they keep the player hooked. Let's select the first one here. I like this idea where you stack the ingredients of the burger, starting from the bottom bun, maybe the patty, some lettuce, and then the top bun. And now the mechanics builder has created a list of tasks that all of the agents now need to follow so that we can create our prototype for the game. Let's just approve all of these. So we have different tabs where we will work on the different aspects of the game. We have a tab for creating the code. I will just let the mechanics builder start working on that. In the meantime, I'll also go to the audio tab and let the sound engineer create some music that it has ideas for. And let's focus on the art of this game. So I want the art to be very visually appealing. I want the player to get hungry as they are looking at the different sprites in the game. So I will let the artist start generating some art for the game. Looks like it already has created a logo for us. Now it's creating the burger bun components. Now it's adding some ingredients into the game. Maybe some protein, some patties, some vegetables as well, lettuce, a tomato. And it created this onion over here, but something seems wrong. I don't think you would have this much onion in a burger. I think the onion should look more like rings instead of an entire giant slice of onion. So as the artist is working on this, I can go into the Draw tab over here, and I can modify one of these sprites. I can draw out what I want the sprite to look like, and then tell the artist to make the sprite look more like that. So let's draw a thin onion ring. I'll do something like this. I will make it thin. And then let's add maybe a second onion ring that it's sitting on top of. So something like this. And let's select this drawing and tell the artist to change the onion sprite. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, this actually looks quite good. Let's just use this. So the artist is done creating some initial sprites for us. Let's see what the mechanics builder is up to. It looks like it finished writing its code. And the sound engineer also has some music for us. Let's take a listen. All right, I would say that that's pretty good. Let's try out the game. All right, it looks like we have to create the burger that's on the left side here. Let's select the bun, the patty, the cheese, and then the tomatoes and lettuce. Doing this with my arrow keys. Another patty, and then the top bun. Oh, it looks like we got a perfect burger on the first try. That's great. So we can continue modifying the game. We could turn these purple characters that are supposed to be the customers into something that looks nicer than just a purple rectangle. We can draw out those characters and then ask the artist to make the characters look like our drawing, or just ask the artist to take its own creative leadership and just come up with something on its own. We could also ask the mechanics builder to perhaps make these customers walk into the diner that's on the right and sit down and actually eat their food and pay us afterwards so we can start collecting money while running this restaurant. And we can also add some fun sound effects as well. Anyways, that's what it looks like to build a game with Chatforce. Thanks for watching.